It's Candice, Cruz from PageantLive West Coast, and today we are joined by Caitlin Russell, who is currently Miss Vizcaya Swimwear. Congratulations, Caitlin, on your title.
Thank you. I'm very excited about it.
Well, thank you for joining us. So tell us, let's just jump right in. Tell us a little bit about the pageant.
The pageant was an amazing experience for me. It was a short weekend, but I'm from South Carolina, so it got me from South Carolina. We, of course, got on the plane early that morning and got to Miami. And from there, we got settled into our hotel. We had a short, orientation, just like with any pageant you would do, just to kind of get to know what you're going to be doing through the week. But what was different about Vizcaya is they took us out every night and took us to dinner. And we got to actually hang out with the girls and get to know each other versus just jumping on the stage in swimsuits and competing. So it wasn't just a pageant for us. It was an adventure and an experience through the whole weekend to get to know each other and the brand.
That's wonderful. What was the difference between your typical pageant that we typically compete in, what we hear about, versus this one?
Well, with Vizcaya, they only have a swimsuit, an interview portion, and a photogenic portion. So there was no evening gown, which is normally like one of your biggest parts of a pageant. And so there was no evening gown. But the only thing we had was swimsuit, interview, and photogenic. So that Saturday, I think it was Saturday morning, either Saturday or Sunday morning, we woke up early and we had set times and we did a photo shoot with a few of the other girls in our group. And we photographed our bikinis that we got for the competition, and that's how they picked the photogenic winner. And the interview was very similar to USA style. I don't know how many are familiar with MAO or USA style, but we sat with each judge for a few minutes and talked to them about why we thought we were the best fit for Vizcaya. And in the swimsuit portion, we walked on a stage, introduced ourselves, and did our your stance and your walk. But that was pretty much the phases of competition for us.
That's wonderful. So how did you prepare for a swimsuit? Because I know that swimsuit's my most nerve-wracking part.
Yeah.
I love every aspect of pageantry, but swimsuit's typically the one that, you're getting ready for a lot. What was your preparation leading up to? Your diet, your workout, your stance, your walk, everything?
Well, I'm a dancer at Limestone College, so that really helped me out when I was going through that. I was dancing every single day for about 2.5 hours, and we ran every day. We ran about 1.5 miles every day, so that was a big part of my workout routine. And I also worked out with a trainer here in town, and I worked out by myself. I really pushed myself to make sure that my body was where it needed to be, because that was such a big part of this competition. There wasn't really other phases of competition to balance each other out. But swimsuit really was just workout every single day. I'm a big runner. I think it does wonders for your body. So I ran a lot. And diet-wise, just cut out the sodas, the sweets, and drink water, and try to, not eat as many carbs. Got to have some of them in there, but not as many. So just trying to have a healthy, balanced lifestyle.
That's wonderful. So what was your training like up to the walking portion? Walk me through what your training sessions were like. What's your favorite stance when you're on stage?
Well, my favorite, I actually have two. It's like when you do the cross leg to get the side of your muscle popped. I love that one. And then I love the one where it's an open stance. So my left leg's always turned out. And it shows that your inner thigh and how hard. I know it's hard to get that little muscle right there. So I love that one because it shows how hard you've been working. But those are my two favorite ones. I go to a coach here in town, and we just worked on my walk, made sure everything was together and everything that I was doing was proportion, balance, that kind of thing. So that's really all I did with my walk. I wanted my body to be the best, if that makes sense. So that's really what I worked hard on, was getting my workout in for the day, and of course practicing the walk, but really that workout and eating healthy was my biggest thing.
That's wonderful. And I would love for you to talk a little bit more about that. Are you a big advocate for healthy lifestyle? And what's your biggest advice that you could give to any girl that's getting ready to compete, or even just outside of competition, just healthy lifestyle in general?
I am a big advocate for that. I think that a healthy lifestyle doesn't mean that you can't occasionally have some sweets. That's my thing. I am a college student. I live in a dorm room, so there's only so many cooking, prepping things that you can do in a dorm room. But I think I'm a normal college student. I like to eat those unhealthy foods and the fried foods and that kind of thing. And I'm from the South, so that doesn't help any.
No, it doesn't. I'm from the South too, so I get it.
Yeah. So my whole thing is moderation. If you're preparing for a pageant, make sure you're telling yourself that you're not starving yourself. You are eating what you're supposed to eat. And if you've eaten healthy that whole day, give yourself tomorrow one snack or something that's kind of like a cheat snack. And that way you're not starving your body. You're giving it those sugars that sometimes it needs. Sometimes you need a little pick-me-up. So with that, I mean, just push yourself to eat healthy portions and small portions. And then it's okay to have that occasional little bit of Skittles or something like that, you know, to get you through the day. It's not going to hurt you, and it's not going to give you an awful place in your competition. But you have to trick your mind. That's the whole thing. It's tricking your mind into thinking, okay, I'm eating healthy right now. And if I go run 2-3 miles and I do my workout for the day and I do all my stuff that I need to do, tomorrow I can have a snack. And most likely tomorrow you're not going to want that snack because you worked so hard the day before. So you have to like trick your mind into thinking like, what are you going to do?
That's a neat little trick. I need to start working on that and be like, okay, I can have it tomorrow. No, not really. No. Tomorrow. Well, let's talk a little bit more about Vizcaya, because I know I love the brand. I actually competed in Vizcaya myself with from Lisa. So tell me a little bit about your work with the brand now.
Well, I just recently got back from Miami. We did a Doggies and Divas fashion show. You can check out
fun.
Yes, it was so much fun. The Miss Vizcaya Swimwear page, and then there's also a Vizcaya Swimwear Facebook page, or you can follow me on Instagram and see everything that I'm up to at crussell1237. But Vizcaya, I just got back from Miami from that fashion show, and really we're trying to branch the brand of Vizcaya because it's normally like a Miami-based brand, so we're trying to get it out into other areas, and I think that's one of the reasons why they chose me, because I am from the South, so I had that connection to bring it down here. And I know all of my girlfriends from school and friends from back home. I mean, everybody is loving this brand because it works. I mean, there's so many different styles that fit so many different girls. I mean, it's not just one select style. But on top of that, we still have to shoot the new line for 2016, so we've got that coming up. I can't say where we're going to go, but it's going to be beautiful. And then we've also got another opportunity to shoot with some other people to get our name out into other areas. So
that's so exciting. What has been the most exciting part so far?
So far, I honestly can't pick one thing because this was like really the first time I had ever been to Miami on my own this last time that I went. So that was like really interesting to go to Miami and experience that by myself without my mom being there with me. So that was fun. But being crowned was one of the highlights of my memory that I will never forget, because that's something that every girl, you know, getting crowned and having that experience is something you'll never forget.
I love that moment. That's my favorite moment of any pageant that I watch. I just get teary-eyed every time I watch anybody win. I'm like, yes, yes, I'm winning with you here. Well, I know that outside of, you know, a healthy lifestyle and working with Vizcaya and swimwear, you have a lot of other things that you do. Tell me a little bit about your platform, because I know you mentioned to me previously that you work with domestic violence. Is that correct?
Yes, I do. I am a huge advocate for No More. Together we can end domestic violence and sexual assault. And that's a huge problem in our world today, is domestic violence. And you normally don't think about it just because you see, normally it's like women who have been, you know, beaten and they have been murdered by the significant other. But that's not the case. There's so many kids in middle school, high school that are going through these situations that are categorized as domestic violence. So what I'm here for is to get the word out about safe ways to get out of those relationships before they get to the point of marriage and to the point of no return. And there's never, I want to say there's never that point, but in some people's lives there is. And that's the point that I'm trying to not get these young girls to go to. And so I speak to many different churches here in the area. And I mean, I'm just I know so many girls that have gone through that, and it breaks my heart to see that. So I want to make sure that we get those numbers down, especially in South Carolina, since we just got put back up to #1 for death by domestic violence. So that just breaks my heart. And I want to, as Miss Vizcaya and as Caitlin Russell, I want to lower those numbers.
I think that's very admirable. I know that that's such a big issue, and it's even been brought into the forefront right now with, you know, the political race for president. I know that that's been a conversation, and I've even heard a lot of it over here in California. So I commend all your work that you've been doing. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Now, I know outside of all of that, too, you're in college. What are you going to school for?
Do what?
What are you going to school for?
I'm going to school for business marketing and business management. Great. So that plays a huge role into Vizcaya to help them, granted their business majors and everything, but just having that marketing role plays a huge part in my job as Miss Vizcaya, trying to brand the name. So that's really what I want to do, is work with this line and do, who knows what God has planned for me to come after graduation, because I'm only a sophomore. So I'm excited.
Well, it's a very unique opportunity. I think you've got your foot in the right door, especially being a sophomore. You've got plenty of time to help with the brand and really see where it can go.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
That's wonderful. Well, I'm so excited for you and the rest of your reign. What else is to come outside of the photo shoot? Is there anything else that we should know about?
Well, I'll share a little secret with y'all. I'm thinking about
all right, exclusive right now.
Yes, this is the release. I'm thinking about
exclusive. Okay.
Yeah. I'm thinking about competing for Miss South Carolina USA. So you'll have to see what comes from that. I'm excited.
That's amazing. Well, I'm hopefully going back to California USA, so maybe we'll see.
Oh, yay! Maybe we'll see.
We'll do it together, sister.
You'll do great.
Try that little tip of like having the treat tomorrow now.
Yeah.
It'll be the Caitlin Russell trick. We're going to name it that officially right now.
Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful. Well, we're so happy to have you. And I know that Lisa was thoroughly excited that you would be able to come on Pageant Live. So thank you so much for joining us. And can you give us your handles one more time so anyone that's watching can tune in and kind of follow the rest of your year?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, which is CRussell, RUSSELL 1237. And then we also have the Miss Vizcaya Swimwear Facebook page and the Vizcaya Swimwear Facebook page. So you'll have to check those out and give us a like. Yes,
we will. And I definitely can't wait to see all the other colors and swimsuits that she has coming out this next season. When did you say they were coming out?
Well, we've got some coming out probably the beginning of April, and then we'll probably shoot sometime at the end of March, beginning April. So they'll probably be out by the end of April. So just stay tuned.
Definitely, we will. And thank you so much again. And for Pageant Live West Coast and the rest of the Pageant Live team, I'm Candice Cruz. And thanks so much, Caitlin.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.